All right, it was hard, and I had to hike a bike quite a few times to get over stuff on the uphill, but I made it to the top of the park as far as I know it. There might be higher elevation, I don't know. But I did it. It was very intense. I'm not gonna be able to do much more besides go back down.
Oh wow, man.
I didn't read this kiosk because like I don't need to, because I'm like super smart. You know, here in the woods, you get fires. You need a fire tower. Pretty sure that if a fire was detected back in the day, this bad boy would actually stand up out of the ground. You see there, you can see a couple of legs are left. It'll come out of the ground, much like a firefighting Gundam, and walk over and stomp out the fire, you know? Pretty big deal when they first invented it, you know. But the technology's become obsolete thanks to Wi-Fi, you know, internet, stuff like that, PS5s, you know, that kind of stuff. So it's pretty cool to see the past. Now I gotta ride back down.
What's up? Welcome back to another Jokes and Spokes classic, another video. It's a continuation video. It's a part 2 video. It's Paris Mountain part 2. That's right. This time I'm going down the mountain. Can everybody say ski wee? Yeah, that's right. As we're riding down the mountain, man, it's gonna be pretty cool. I'm gonna try something new for this voiceover. Usually I'd be clipping and editing and doing all this kind of stuff, but all my stuff I kind of do improv style, you dig? So this one I'm gonna try and do in one effing take. That means I gotta be pretty clean. I gotta be like kind of, you know, charming and try to be funny and stuff like that. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I'm chilling right now in the studio in the nerd room with the dogs. I got, you know, the fat girl and the Milo with me, and we're just hanging out watching this footage together. You dig? Anyway, how you doing? What's up? How you momming them? As always, thanks for watching. Thanks for dropping by Jokes and Spokes, JNS, the Big Fatty Channel, the Big Chubsters Hangout Lounge. You know, whatever you want to call it. But while you're here, why don't you drop a subscription? Why don't you subscribe? You know, bell icon, like, share, comment, all that kind of stuff. There's a Facebook. You can find me on Facebook. Not hard enough, you know. Just do whatever, you know, you feel comfortable with. Or if you're just here hanging out and watching it, you know, that's cool too, man. That's good enough. That's good enough for me. I do that all the time. All the time I'll be watching. Dude, we all do that. All of us do that. We watch videos and just like go on with our lives and don't interact with it at all. Why do we do that? What's wrong with us? Why are we so broken inside? We need to ask ourselves those questions. Anyway, back to the video. I haven't looked at it at all while I've been talking. I just kind of like rambled. I just opened up the door and just, you know, just saw what would come out. But let's take a breather. Let's see where we're at. Take a sip of my coffee. That's probably why. The coffee's probably why. Holy shit. Yeah, this is Paris Mountain. Excuse me. Starting on Fire Tower, and then connecting to Sulphur. I think I'm still on Fire Tower here. Yeah, it was a really good downhill ride. You know, the uphill climb was intense, but the downhill was even better, you know. Oh no, I think this is Sulphur already. Man, I really did get distracted. Anyway. Yeah, Sulphur Springs downhill. Boom. If you watched part 1, then you remember all the all the roots, the rocks. Yeah, all this crazy stuff going up. It's just as crazy, but really fun going down. But a little intense, a little nerve-wracking. I just wanted to be safe, and I was exhausted. I was not lying, you guys. I wasn't even sure if I could like get down, you know, because this takes this downhill stuff, at least for me, takes just as much like effort and energy sometimes as some of the uphill stuff, just to, you know, control my body and make sure I don't fall and get hurt and all that. Ooh, look at that berm and all that kind of good stuff. Nice. You know, it takes a lot of energy. And that's one of the ways I can tell if I'm getting too exhausted to ride when I'm riding, is if I start to like fall over or fall off my bike at silly moments, you know, or at odd moments that I shouldn't be. I shouldn't be falling off my stuff. Damn, look at that berm too. Oh, you guys, so if you ride, if you're into mountain bikes, or even if you're curious, you know, about mountain bikes, if you're just starting out or you're curious, maybe go ride some other stuff first before you go to Paris, because all the stuff at Paris was kind of intense. But if you do ride and you haven't been here, yeah, I had to get off and walk some of the sections that sketched me out. Yeah, if you do ride and you haven't been here, I highly recommend it. It was the uphill is one of the most challenging rides I've ever done in all of my time, you know, riding, but also one of the most rewarding. And the downhill was one of the most fun. Oh, I love it. One of the most fun rides that I've done since I started riding. But also kind of one of the most proud rides, because all this stuff, these roots, these rocks, you know, depending on who's watching and who you are, as a rider, as a person, I don't know, as a human being, I don't know, it might look like a walk in the park, you know, or it might look like some scary stuff, but to me, when I'm on it, when I'm riding, it sketches me out, dude. And you know, I'm proud of myself as a rider now for doing this trail, doing this kind of stuff, because me, when I started, when it's 2024, people, I started like 4 years ago. You know, had to take almost like half a year off when I crushed my bike. You know, my bike crushed itself. Oh, look at it. I love it. I'm getting distracted by this trail footage, because look at these. Oh man. So yeah, I'm proud of myself anyway, like I was saying, just for riding on this stuff, because I used to be scared of things like this. And I was still scared when I rolled up to this, but you know, somehow you learn to push yourself a little bit, at least in my experience, at least for me as a person, you dig? Oh man. Oh snap. Oh. Going downhill here, still on Sulphur Springs. Woo! A little stuck. Nice roll here on the berm. This is good footage, y'all. So here in a bit, I'm actually gonna be off of Sulphur Springs. I'm gonna do a little ski wee off of Sulphur and go ride. I believe it's Sassafras Trail. I got a mountain bike project up. We can talk about it. But I'm gonna ride this Sassafras Trail, dig. And my camera, the battery of my camera. Look at this berm. Real quick, pause. I love it. I love the like natural, like ditchy berms. But yeah, the battery for my camera, it would just kapoots like a third of the way through Sassafras. So I'm gonna have to just tell you about the end of Sassafras, because you're not gonna see it. You're not gonna see the end of the footage. It's just gonna cut from the trail to me in the car. So here's what happened. I fell over on a rock and I hurt my other leg. That's right. I hurt my first leg in the first video, and then I hurt my second leg on the downhill. Paris Mountain really tried to F me up, but I made it. I made it, y'all. Just like to this parking lot in the footage. Heading down, yeah, still on Sulphur. Sulphur was about 700 feet by itself of an incline of an elevation gain. So it was about 700 feet going down of just pure downhill. And I've never. This is the first. Look at this. Nice. This is the first time in my life that I've had that much downhill to play with. You know, I'm I'm from South Kakalaka. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a few hills, I got woods, I got like gullies and stuff that we can make trails out of, but we don't have mountains, dig. So when I went to North South Kakalaka and went on Paris Mountain and had just 700 feet of downhill fun, just to rip and to practice on and to try and shred to the best of my shreddability, it was awesome. And that is why, Your Honor, that this trail was one of the best experiences of my life. I highly recommend it, guys. Basically is what I'm saying. If you have a bike, grab it, go ride this thing. If you don't have a bike, go grab one and go ride this thing. Let me hit y'all with some stats real quiet. Let me hit y'all with some stats real quick while I got the time. So Fire Tower, the trail that I started on, is a blue intermediate. The quote is a slightly steeper climb descent as you get closer to the top. I can vouch for that. It really was. There's not much info. Similar to Sulphur Springs, except it gets a little steeper as you approach the top. Yeah, it was a good trail. It was tight. You could tell it wasn't used. There was a lot of downed trees, but all in all, it was a cool time. Let me find Sassafras right quick. I don't think we've got to Sassafras yet. So I'll wait and read that real quick when we get there. Oh man, you guys, this one take thing. I was curious. I was like, let's see what happens. Let's do it. I've done podcasts. I've done music. I've done audio stuff. I've been doing audio stuff basically since I was in diapers. You know what I'm saying? It'll be fine. I'll be good. It'll be easy. Nah, it's not easy. This is Sassafras. You saw the sign. We're rolling in Sassafras Loop. So I got it up on mountainbikeproject.com. And Sassafras, the quote is a short loop that gives a great taste of what Paris Mountain has to offer. I can agree to that. It had some ups, had some downs, had some creeks, had some rocks, had some roots, had people, had everything that this park had in one trail. There's a whole paragraph on Mountain Bike Project. I'm not going to read that, but yeah, this is Sassafras. It's got some ups and downs. It's not just one straight up or one straight down. You'd have this steep entrance when you get there, when you decided to try and go ride the trail. Met this lady. She was an older lady, and she whipped right by me and started just crushing it up this hill. And she actually lied to me. Shout out if you see this, ma'am. But you lied. You said this was the only hill. She was like, "Oh, this is it. Just get up this hill, and then it's pretty easy and fun." And I'm like, "Oh, cool," because I was already exhausted by this point. I was exhausted way before this point. So I did it. But then I got on this trail, y'all, and it was still a lot of uphills. But a lot of really cool downhills, a lot of tight turns, a lot of tight, wet, leafy, like slippery, kind of weird, sketchy turns.
Alright, I'm gonna make this quick because I don't have the energy to not make it quick. Paris Mountain State Park is legit. Too legit to quit. So legit, I almost had to quit. Like 17 times. I fell twice. Hit my right leg, hit my left leg, both on rocks. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get something to eat, go home, make dinner, get something else to eat. Stay classy.